Hello everybody, welcome along. Happy Homebrew Wednesday to you all. Thought I'd do a little bit of a catch up with you. Now I'm back from my holidays. And we're just drinking me wheat beer that I brewed, that I've got on tap. And that is drinking really well. Too well. Because that keg, it can't have many left. It can't have. It's been, in fact, probably one of my best beers that I've done. Best wheat beers, anyway. And we've got it in my Spiegelau wheat beer tasting glass. Can you remember them? A few years ago, everybody were going Spiegelau glasses, and they're really thin. Not that one. If you breathe on them, they break. I got a set of 3. I got the wheat beer glass, the stout glass, and it's not this one. This isn't a Spiegelau. It was an IPA glass, a bit similar to that, but more that sort of shape. And this bottom bit had got like ribs in it. That came a cropper. So I've just got 2 left now: my stout glass and my wheat beer. Cheers, everybody. That really is good, and it's got better. So right, been away, been on my holidays. What an holiday I had, really good. I'll not bore you too much. Just went to Norway, went on a cruise. It was my 30th wedding anniversary, so we pushed boat out a little bit, literally. Excuse the pun, but we did. We had a few extras. We booked a bigger room, bigger balcony. Really enjoyed it. Couldn't fault it. And Norway as a place, stunning, absolutely stunning. It's not the typical holiday that we do, or that we've done in past. It was definitely a scenic holiday. Some of them fjords and mountain ranges and things we saw, snow-capped mountains, breathtaking, really was. I might have an odd clip I can drop in, but I'm not going to bore you with photographs, loads of stuff about somebody else's holiday. You're never as interested, are you? But we did. We had a really good time. We did Marco Pierre White's restaurant. Loved it. The food in general were absolutely bang on. We did Sindhu restaurant, which is an Indian, which is like equivalent to a Pierre White sort of restaurant. Beautiful. Couldn't fault it. Shows on boat. Really good. Different show every night if you want to go in theatre. Plenty of bars, plenty of beers. And not that dear. I thought it'd be really dear, but we were getting like a 500ml bottle of London Pride for one, and a gin and lemonade were like 11 quid. So it wasn't ridiculous. It could have been cheaper, but it wasn't ridiculous. Did loads of trips. Excursions, going to see waterfalls and all sorts. Really good holiday. But I'm back, and we got back on a Thursday, and Sunday I started getting ill, and I've been ill for a good week and a half. I had to take some time off work. Don't know what it is. Everybody's kept telling me I've had COVID, but I don't know. Really bad, laid up, so that's why it's took a bit long for me to get around to doing a video. But I'm back now, as fit as ever was, and I have brewed a beer. It's down there in fermenter. It's been there now 7, 8, 9, been there 11 days. I'm going to have a check on it tomorrow and see if it needs anything doing with it. But I forgot to put my tilt in, so I'm going to have to do a sample old fashioned way, turkey baster. But yeah, and I'll just give you a quick rundown of what it was. Well, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my old grains and hops and things I've got. So I've got, or I had, 7 kilo of Red X malt. And for anybody who doesn't know what Red X malt is, it's a malt that's been, it's a specialty malt that can be used as a base malt, as 100% of your recipe, nothing else, or you can mix it with other malts, but, and it is what it says, Red X, it does give you a red colour to your beer, or it should do. So I had 7 kilo, I've kept a kilo back to experiment in another beer. So I did 6 kilo of Red X. I was tempted to add it with some other, but I thought no, it's the first time I've used it, I'll just see what result I get with that malt on its own. And then I just used up bits that I had. I'd got some lactose left. I had 150 grams of that, so I put that in at 15 minutes to go. My hops, I tried to make it, I wanted something really hoppy, or fairly hoppy. So I've used Galaxy, Citra, Talus and Centennial. Just to use them up. I'd got Talus left over from when I did Murgy Straight. Things like that, just using them up. I will do an in-depth recipe and tasting when it's ready. If it's not bad, because there's a story there, I'll tell you in a minute. So it was 6 kilo of Red X malt, 65 degrees for an hour, and then hop schedule, start at boil, Galaxy 18 grams, and then 15 minutes to go, 15 grams of Citra and Galaxy, and then 5 minutes to go, I did 15 grams of Citra and Galaxy again, and at 5 minutes I also did 20 grams of Talus, and that were all Talus I had, so I just threw it in. I did a dry up of 20 grams of Galaxy and Centennial, purely just to use Centennial up, and 30 grams of Citra. And then the yeast that I used, because I was going for something a bit hoppy, I used a clipper. And it's the first time I've used these, and it went off like a rocket. Bubbled up, all out. I had to take airlock off, put a tube into a jug, and there lies the tail. When I was putting tube into rubber grommet, it pushed through and rubber grommet dropped off straight into the beer. And I couldn't get it without diving in, so I didn't dive in, and it's been there for all the time it's been fermenting now. So it's got a rubber grommet in bottom. So we'll see if that's affected it or not. And on the other thing that I'd got an issue with, this clipper yeast, suitable for hoppy beer, requiring a tropical aroma, which is what I want. Attenuation good, fermentation ideally 15 to 22, and I had a couple of days last week where it was 25. So only not like all day, but so I don't know. Maximum ABV 9% for a 23 litre batch. So if that temperature and that rubber grommet dropping in hadn't affected it, we will do an in-depth tasting and what have you. Fingers crossed. Oh, that is awesome. So going forward, I have some other bits I'm going to use up, and then I'm going to bin some of my hops because I've had them that long. I've vac sealed them, but there's like 30 grams of this and 20 grams of that, and the leaf hops, and I don't like using leaf hops, so I'm either going to have one blast and just do them all, or pick some out. And but then again, I still have loads. I've still got loads of unopened packets, so we'll see. But I've got at least another one experimental brew to do. I did do a bit of shopping. I got on to old Tinternet. What are we on? Got up to old Tinternet, and it's my first one that I've done. I've joined bandwagon a bit. The Dark Rock Marlborough Mist Pale Ale, limited edition. And main reason I got this, I watched. Oh, I always forget these two fellas' name. The two brothers. They do beer reviews. Is it the Dog and Partridge? I think it is Dog and Partridge, something like that. And they reviewed 2 or 3 of these kits, and this one, they were really raving about it. So I thought I'd give it a go. And you get a premium Lallemand ale yeast with it, so you know they're not scrimping on ingredients. Finings, there's a water treatment in here as well, I think. Your grains. We've got instructions all over the thing. Instructions in there. There's everything you expect to get in a decent all grain kit. So I think this will be my next beer to brew. Quite when that'll be I don't know, because I'm just in the middle of pointing back at house. I've just spent a day and a half raking 3/4 at brickwork, so I've got the rest of that to rake out and point up, because I have a little project I'm going to do, polycarbonate roof on back at house from conservatory across. So I'll try and fit this in at some point. Then I can do another experimental. Hopefully that'll turn out alright. And that'll be 2 beers on tap. That'll go on tap, this'll go on tap. Whatever I experiment is going to be for hand pull, I think, which might limit me a little bit. We'll see. And I think for now, we'll leave it there. It was just a quick catch up, just let you know I'm back. Been a bit poorly, but we're getting back into it now. And we'll start and do a few more videos that aren't me just sat at bar, because that's what I seem to be dropping into at minute, just being at bar. I'm going to do a shed tour. There's a few bits I want to do. I've just got a load of, well, I've just ordered some cushions for my bench seating. They've come and I'm happy with them, so I'm going to order same again and use them as a backrest as well. But they're a bit dear, and you can't just keep throwing money out, can you? 120 quid for 6 cushions. I don't know whether that's dear or not, and I need another 6, possibly 7. So you're looking at, you know, 240 quid just for cushions. We're mad. We really are. So, like I said, we'll leave it there. And I think the next video, hopefully, we might get that on bar. And we'll do a tasting. So, until then, or until whatever the next video is, cheers, and I'll catch you next time. Beautiful.